any children that would like can come and sit on these cushions. So today, we're going to talk about bread. Now there are 3 times already this morning that we have heard about bread. Does anybody remember? In our worship service, already 3 times we have talked about bread. Does anybody remember one of those times? When I opened the Word, right after I opened the Word, I said something that the Lord said. Jesus said, I am the bread of life. That's what the Lord said. And then also in our recitation, we said something about bread. And we were all speaking together. He said, man shall not live by bread alone. Right? And then there's one other time that we say almost every day, when we're saying a prayer, we say, give us this day our what? Daily bread. Right. Now, we don't just eat bread, right? When we say, give us this day our daily bread, it's not that that's all we eat. We don't just eat bread. Maybe sometimes we feel like we would like to eat just yummy bread. But bread sometimes just means all food. Sometimes we say bread meaning all food. Maybe you've heard people talk about a breadwinner. You know what a breadwinner in a family is? Breadwinner is the person who goes out and earns money to buy food. So bread sometimes just means all food. Now what would happen if we didn't have food? Yeah, food is what keeps our bodies alive. We need to eat food in order to keep our bodies alive. So food is something that gives us life. Now, the Lord said, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. This is the Word. Now, do we eat the Word? No. Not the way we eat bread. But there is a way that we want to have the Word be inside of us, right? How do we get the Word inside of us? Yeah. We think about it, yeah. We believe the Lord, yeah. And when we read it, it's sort of like it goes inside of us. So that's a way that we can have the Word in us. And the Lord, remember the Lord said, I am the bread of life. So the Lord is like bread too, but we don't eat the Lord, right? Not the way we eat food or bread. But there is a way that we want to have the Lord in us. We want to have the Lord in our life. And so what are some ways that we have the Lord be in our life? What are some ways that we do that every day or regularly? We can keep the Lord in our life. What are some things we do? Read the Word. Yeah. Pray. Yep. What about something that you might do at dinner time before you eat? Say the blessing. Yep. There are lots of different ways that we like to try and keep the Lord in our lives on a regular basis. Just like we need to eat food regularly, we need to keep the Lord in our lives regularly. Now, if we forgot to read the Word or if we forgot to pray, it would be okay, right? Because the Lord, He just gives us life. He loves us so much that He just gives life to us. It's sort of different than bread or food where we need to eat it every day. We can maybe skip some meals here and there, but we need to eat food every day to keep our bodies alive. But the Lord gives us life because He loves us so much. But what He's trying to teach us is that He is the bread of life, and if we keep the Lord in our lives regularly, we can have a better life, a happier life. Sort of like eating warm, yummy bread. It can help us to have a happier life. So we can try to remember that just like bread is something that gives life to our bodies, the Lord is the one that really gives us life and can help us have a happier life. Amen. Please rise for the benediction on the children. The Lord shall give his angels charge over you to keep you in all your ways. Amen.